Ever wonder how a few simple tweaks in the way you communicate can transform your day? Forget the heavy textbooks. These are 19 practical mind hacks you can use every day to boost your influence, enhance your confidence, and even fine-tune your brain's chemistry. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe and click that bell icon so you don't miss our weekly tips to upgrade your life. Hack 1. Use direct language, not could you. When you ask someone for help, skip the could you and say, please do this. This small change makes your request feel more intentional and shows confidence. In turn, your direct language may trigger a subtle dopamine surge, reinforcing positive responses. Hack 2. The strategic forehead gaze. If you need to make a point, try looking at the middle of someone's forehead. It creates a quiet pressure that signals you're in charge. This eye contact can increase your own alertness and even boost adrenaline levels, sharpening your focus in a conversation. Hack 3. Embrace the power of silence. When someone dodges a question, pause and hold steady eye contact. The silence nudges them to fill the gap, often revealing more than they planned. This moment of quiet can stimulate your brain's natural curiosity circuit, releasing small amounts of oxytocin that build trust when the conversation resumes. Hack 4. Ask for help to build rapport. When starting a new job or class, ask a colleague or classmate to explain something. Not only do you learn something new, but the act of asking fosters a connection. That shared moment can trigger a release of oxytocin, the hormone that promotes bonding, and set a friendly tone. Hack 5. Subtly nod while you speak. When you're making a request, incorporate a slight nod. This gesture encourages your listener to agree, thanks to subconscious mimicry. Your body mirrors the nod, which can lead to a mild surge in dopamine, making both parties feel more aligned and positive. Hack 6. Distract with a quick hand movement. If someone is deeply focused, say on a phone call or a task, extend your hand casually. They might hand over whatever they're holding without even realizing it. This trick works because when our brain is occupied, our motor system can be gently hijacked by an unexpected cue, sometimes linked to a burst of adrenaline that momentarily distracts them. Hack 7. Challenge their capabilities. Gently, when you want someone to take action, remark how challenging the task might be for most people. People love to prove themselves, so this small dose of reverse psychology can motivate them to rise to the challenge. This process can even trigger a small release of cortisol in a controlled way that sharpens their focus on overcoming the challenge. Hack 8. Build agreement. With an I agree rhythm. During discussions, start nodding as if you're already in sync. This nonverbal cue makes your partner more likely to say yes. When people feel physically and emotionally mirrored, the brain releases oxytocin, reinforcing that feeling of connection. Hack 9. Show a hint of disappointment in negotiations. If you're negotiating and want better terms, let a bit of disappointment show. A subtle sigh or a slight frown can signal that while you value the offer, you expect more. This negative emotional cue can prompt the other party to adjust their proposal to win back your favor, an adjustment that might even help moderate stress hormones like cortisol on both sides. Hack 10. Power pose to jumpstart your day. When your alarm rings, sit up straight and clench your fists as if celebrating a goal. This power pose sends signals to your brain that boost adrenaline and dopamine, making you feel more energized and ready to tackle the day ahead. Hack 11. Use a quirky phrase to anchor your memory, struggling to remember if you locked the door or turned off the iron. Say a bizarre phrase like purple elephant as you do it. This odd verbal tag creates a unique memory cue in your brain, making it easier to recall the action later, while also engaging your hippocampus, the memory center, through unusual sensory input. Hack 12. Diffuse arguments with kindness and calm. If someone tries to drag you into conflict, respond with unexpected kindness or simply remain calm. This kill him with kindness approach can lower the emotional temperature by reducing adrenaline and encouraging the release of calming neuropeptides like oxytocin. Hack 13. Frame tasks positively. Instead of saying, "do this," say, "start with this." A gentle, positive introduction to a task makes it seem less overwhelming. This approach can reduce the mental burden, lowering stress hormone levels while subtly boosting motivation through increased dopamine signaling. Hack 14. Keep water handy. During public speaking, before you speak in front of a crowd, have a bottle of water at hand. A quick sip gives you a moment to collect your thoughts, and the act of swallowing can help reset your stress response, modulating cortisol levels and easing anxiety. Hack 15. Redirect unwanted stares with a twist. If someone's staring at you in public instead of turning away, glance down at their shoes. This non-confrontational move can unsettle them just enough to break their stare, while your brain's reward system quietly registers the small victory with a bit of dopamine. Hack 16. Manage social anxiety by mirroring calmness. If you tend to get anxious when you see someone you know, try adopting a relaxed expression. Your calm demeanor can subconsciously signal safety to both you and the other person. This mirroring helps lower stress-related hormones and creates a more comfortable atmosphere. Hack 17. Use passive language to avoid blame. When pointing out mistakes, rephrase to remove direct blame. Instead of saying, "you left the window open," say, "the window stayed open all night." This subtle shift helps avoid defensive reactions and supports a more constructive discussion while reducing tension and cortisol production. Hack 18. Trick your brain into feeling rested. If you haven't slept well, tell yourself you did. The power of belief can influence your brain's perception of restfulness, slightly adjusting the balance of stress and relaxation hormones, so your mind can perform better even on less sleep. Hack 19. Schedule important events at the start or end of the day. People naturally remember the beginning and the end of the day better than the middle. If you have an important meeting or interview, choose a time at the start or end of the day. This isn't just about timing. It's about aligning with your brain's natural memory patterns, which are influenced by circadian rhythms and hormone levels like melatonin. There you have it, 19 subtle psychological hacks to help you navigate daily life, boost your influence, and even give your brain a little hormonal boost. Which hack will you try first? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on living your best life.